Welcome back, everyone. In this session, we are diving into one of the most powerful tools in project cost management, forecasting. But before we start, if you're joining us fresh and haven't watched the earlier session on Earned Value Management, EVM, I'd recommend you pause here and go back to that video. That will give you the foundation you need. If you've already seen it, perfect. Let's continue. Forecasting is simply the art of predicting the future of your project based on what you know today. It's like weather forecasting, but instead of storms and sunshine, we are predicting cost and schedule outcomes. Two key terms to remember here. ETC, estimate to complete. This tells us how much more money we expect to spend to finish the remaining work. EAC, estimate at completion. It predicts the total cost of the entire project, combining what you have already spent plus what you still expect to spend. Think of it as the GPS of your project. It not only tells you where you are, but also predicts where you will end up given your current speed and fuel. Let's explore how it works. Here's a quick question to kick us off. Have you ever been halfway through a project and thought, will I actually finish this within budget? Or will this burn a hole in my pocket? That's exactly what forecasting helps you answer. So in short, ETC is what's left and EAC is what's the final bill. Easy, right? Let's dig deeper. Now, where do these forecasts come from? We don't just pull numbers from the air. Forecasting is based on past performance, how well we have done so far, information about the future, maybe a risk, a supplier issue, or a design change, expected performance trends, whether the team is improving, slowing down, or staying steady. Think of it like driving. If you have been speeding for the last 10 kilometers, chances are you'll reach earlier than planned, unless of course there's traffic ahead. Forecasting works the same way in projects. Sometimes our original budget, the BAC, budget at completion, is no longer realistic. Maybe prices went up, maybe productivity dropped, maybe a pillar collapsed at the construction site. That's when we use EAC, estimate at completion. It's our best prediction of what the final project cost will be given how things are really going. And here's the beauty. We have multiple formulas for EAC depending on the situation. Let's see how to choose the right one. EAC isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. Depending on the project situation, you'll use different versions. Based on budgeted rate. Here you assume the variance so far was a fluke and from now on you'll perform exactly as per the original plan. This is like saying, okay, we stumbled early, but going forward, we are back on track. Based on current performance. Here you accept reality. If you have been slow or overspending, that trend will likely continue. This uses CPI and sometimes SPI. Erroneous scenario. Sometimes your original estimates were just plain wrong. In that case, you re-estimate the remaining portion from scratch. So remember, choosing the right EAC formula is about asking, was the past a one-off or is it our new normal? Now let's put the math on the table. Four main formulas you need to know. EAC equals AC plus bracket BAC minus EV. Use this if you believe current variances are temporary and the project will continue as planned. EAC equals BAC by CPI. Use this when you expect the current cost performance to continue. This one is very common on the PMP exam. EAC equals AC plus bracket BAC minus EV divided by CPI into SPI. Use this when both cost and schedule performance matter for predicting the future. EAC equals AC plus re-estimate. Use this when your original estimates were fundamentally wrong and you need a fresh calculation. Tip to remember. Whenever you see AC plus something, it means we are adjusting based on reality. And whenever you see divide by CPI, it means we are projecting current performance forward. Okay, how do you know which EAC formula to use on the exam or in real life? Look for these clues. If the problem says variances are atypical, unusual, use EAC equals AC plus bracket BAC minus EV. If it says performance is expected to continue the same, use EAC equals BAC by CPI. If it mentions both cost and schedule impact, use EAC equals AC plus bracket BAC minus EV divided by CPI into SPI. If it says the original estimates were fundamentally wrong, use EAC equals AC plus re-estimate. Think of it like being a detective. The keywords in the question will point you to the right formula. Quick challenge. Pause the video and ask yourself which formula would you use if the project has been overspending consistently and you expect that to continue. Yes, that's right. EAC equals BAC by CPI. Excellent. Hope you enjoyed this. Keep learning, keep rocking.